Hello there everybody, the Hat Person here, and welcome back to some more Senran Kagura Shinovi Versus. I don't know why the game keeps bringing me back over here to the hub. Supposedly, like, everything that happens in the chapter, just all of it happens all at one time, or like in rapid succession. Succession? Yeah. But in any case, yeah, we're here back in the hub. I don't know why, but I'm assuming the next mission will be the last one for chapter 2, right? Let's go in. Yeah. Here we go, True Power with a Miyabi level 5. Fighting students is child's play. The true enemy is... Alright, we'll figure that out in a moment. For now, let's just do our regular, I guess pretty much traditional at this point. At the beginning of every episode, if we have the opportunity, we'll go ahead and go into the lingerie lottery and see what the hell we got this time. There's 98 pieces of panties and we only have 35. We will most definitely not be able to buy all of them by the time this series ends, but hey, we can get pretty goddamn close. What do we got this time? And so we have a lot of money to burn, so we can just very easily, you know, spend a lot of money on just getting a guaranteed new pair of underwear. And look at that, we have ourselves some butt floss right here. Lingerie 008. I love that phrase. I think they say that in Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma when Ragna and Taokaka. Well, actually, we missed last episode, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do another one. But, yeah, I think Ragna and Taokaka, during the story mode, very early on, they meet Bullet, which is one of the new characters for Chrono Phantasma. And, you know, of course, Bullet, she wears some really, really tight pants, really tight hot pants. I don't know how they call them. Rednecks like to call him shorty shorts. I call him shorty shorts as well, just ironically as a laugh. And look at that, speaking of shorty shorts, that's not even... how is that even tied together? It might as well just be a pad that you wear, that the women wear when they're feeling quote-unquote fresh. You know, like, yeah, I don't know. How's that underwear? Well, I guess, you know, at least they can't complain about it feeling uncomfortable or anything. It's literally just like a, you know, might as well be putting a piece of paper in between your crotch, yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm not a woman. I don't understand any of that. So, yeah. The only thing I can say is, thank God those exist. Anyway, True Power! Let's continue on! Instead of being pervy, let's just go continue on with the story here. Oh, here we go. It was almost strange that, there wasn't any, like, really big, like, drawn-out story section. Usually, like, for every chapter, there's at least, like, 1 or 2. And there we go, finally, at the very end, we're getting it. So this is probably the long episode that I was envisioning in all the other ones. So yeah, here we go. In this world, there are beasts called Yoma. Yoma come from a special type of energy, which is born from the sparks that fly between shinobi. Uh-huh. That's kind of ambiguous, isn't it? The blood drawn from a shinobi, while inside a shinobi barrier, can bring a Yoma into this world. Okay. So is it the sparks or is it the blood? Orochi, who destroyed our school and was also the final boss of the first game, is one of them. I learned all about them when I was a child. While Imu and I were playing on the far side of a mountain near our homes, we caught a raw scent on the breeze. Nani kore? As I took a cautious look around, a black clump fell from the sky. Ew. The clump had many arms and legs, all slithering about, so basically like a shadow from Persona 4. It was like something out of a nightmare. Or an RPG where you make a lot of friends. I froze in terror. The black monster screeched a fearsome cry and lunged at me. Oh? My mother rushed in out of nowhere, throwing herself in the path of the monster. I'd played outside too late. She'd come to find me. Oh, let me take a wild guess where this is gonna go. Before I finished screaming, her blood sprayed everywhere. No! The monster crushed my mother's head right in front of my eyes. Oh. Mother's headless corpse fell to the ground. Don't be so descriptive! No! The black demon bared its fangs at me. I'm going to die, I thought. I'm going to die. That was all that played in my head over and over. And then, in the blink of an eye, the black monster flew backwards into pieces. Oh? Father sheathed his bloodied sword. Yeah, you see? This is what you get for not following directions. Now your mom is dead. This is all your fault. Back then, my father was the highest-ranking evil shinobi and the Hebijo principal. He killed Yoma on sight. Father placed his coat over Mother's corpse. It hadn't registered until then, but Mother was dead. She died protecting me. That thing had killed her without mercy, had crushed her head like she was nothing. My heart, my mind, everything inside me felt cold and hot and ready to explode. And then, at that moment, just as my mind was about to break, Father threw his arms around me. Become a Kagura and fight. Now, if you guys played through Deep Crimson, the word Kagura might actually ring a bell to you guys. But for those of you who have most likely not played the game, so basically Kagura is an actual character in the Senran Kagura series. So in Senran Kagura 2 Deep Crimson, there's somebody named Kagura, and Kagura is literally named the Destroyer of Yoma. So maybe this ranking, like this Shinobi ranking, the Shinobi class is based on her, because this is because apparently Kagura is like the highest rank that you could ever get for Shinobi. And so those are the kind of people that just, basically dedicate their lives to just killing Yoma all over the place. Kagura. I'd never heard the word before, but somehow just the sound of it suppressed my sorrow. If I could become a Kagura, I could fight against Yoma. If I wanted revenge for Mother, I wouldn't have time to cry. She has a very super high-pitched voice for somebody who grows up to be like very low-pitched. I nodded at Father's words. I vowed to become a Kagura as quickly as possible, then to annihilate every last Yoma. Well, that's kind of a losing battle, because if you're going to be fighting Yoma, chances are you're also going to be fighting against other Shinobi. And if you use like the barriers and all that kind of stuff, all of your fights will just create more Yoma. So, what's the point? Every day after Mother's death, I followed Father's lessons without ever stopping to rest. And as a result, I earned admission into Hebijo and became its elite class leader in my first year. Whatever. They allow any old schmuck into Hebijo anyway. The strength of my purpose drove me ever upward. But it wasn't enough. Father hadn't explained this to me, but Kagura is apparently the highest rank of Shinobi. Yep. To reach that, I would need to train even more, gain more experience, and earn more recognition from the people around me. As I embarked on more and more missions, I had a certain physical encounter with a group of good Shinobi students. Both sides fought to the bitter end, but due to the amount of blood spilled, a Yoma appeared. Oh no. Memories of Mother came flooding back. I threw myself at the creature, hell-bent on revenge. But the Yoma was far too strong. Nothing I did could harm it. In the back of my panicked mind, I remembered the secret ninja art Blood Riot. Oh, damn it, I completely forgot about Blood Riot. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, now I know what's up. Shinobi normally battle within a special dimension, an enclosed space undetectable by normal people known as the Shinobi Barrier. Yeah. Within that barrier, the blood of a Shinobi's enemy naturally bolsters his or her fighting ability. After a Shinobi Barrier has taken on all of the blood it can, it becomes a Shinobi Blood Barrier. The drizzle of red effectively clumping together and further solidifying the dimension's existence. So literally the blood is just making the barrier harder. If performed properly, Blood Riot will have the user absorb all of the excess blood rapidly, gaining untold levels of fighting power. So basically you're giving yourself steroids through blood. But activating such an art also drains the user's self-control and self-awareness. It can drive a shinobi to madness and rage. In the aftermath, the mind can break down for good, leaving the body a hollow, breathing husk. With all of those risks and more, Blood Riot has earned the right to be called an anathematic ninja art. So basically a prohibited art, like a thing that you should not do. Because you'll probably not come out of it being the same. But I had no time to think about the risks. Yeah, of course you didn't. So this is why Miyabi ended up in a freaking wheelchair for I don't know how many months. Or years, I don't even know. The Yoma feasted on my foes and allies alike. It severely wounded Imu, who had joined me for the mission, until she passed out from the pain. Blood Riot was my only option. That's the last thing I remember. Yes, exactly. That is exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, the last thing you remember was you getting up from your freaking wheelchair at the beginning of this storyline. Even now, the rest is still a blur. When they found us on the field, Imu and I were the only survivors. Not a single trace of the Yoma was found. Whatever I'd done in my previous state had been just barely enough to keep us alive. I still don't know how I came out of that berserker rage. If I hadn't calmed down somehow, I'd have wrecked my body as well as my mind. I may even have died. Oof, man. Sometimes I wonder if dying is probably, is it really the worst thing? What would you rather have? Just die or just be basically a vegetable where everybody have to like walk you around, on a wheelchair with, basically just pretending that you're alive? But before that could happen, I'd somehow in some way managed to end the Blood Riot. Since then, I've pieced together most of my memories, but I still have no idea what truly happened. I have a sense, this maddening sense, that I've forgotten something very important. But what's most important now is to restore Hebijo's pride. Sure, do you really dedicate so much of your life to, to this one school? I mean, again, if you've played the previous games, you'll know that, the Hebijo school is really not what it's cracked up to be. And also, you have your own issues. You want to make your way to the top so you can fight Yoma and never, have other people go through what you went through. Or, that, or just, flat out revenge. But still, like, why put all your cards in one table when you could just you're strong enough to just hold out on your own? If I'd been better able to control Blood Riot, I would have continued on as leader of Hebijo's elite, and the academy would never have lost to Hanzo. The stain on its name all stems from my own weakness. That's why I must crush Hanzo. I will stop at nothing to return Hebijo to its former glory, to make it the strongest shinobi school and become leader of its elite class once again. Well, I guess you could say that she's super devoted to Hebijo because her father is also like the principal, well, used to be the principal of Hebijo, is the highest ranking shinobi. I guess she has that whole reputation going for her. And here we are, back in the present. There we go, going straight to the point. And I don't know if Asuka is, expecting it or not, but I'm pretty sure she caught a wind of everybody else in her team getting beaten up. Nope, she's surprised. The true power. Okay, yeah, sure. Everything is always about what's true and what isn't. Even if somebody gets defeated and then somebody comes in and replaces them again, they'll be like, no, the true power is this one. Well, she means true power. I mean, I don't know. I exactly, that's the same question that I have. What do you mean true power? The power of utter annihilation that I will then, create some sort of excuse that will allow you to keep on living. Yep. The sword to defeat your enemies, and the shield to defend the people on your side. Oh, you said the H word. You talk bad about a friend, so now Asuka's gonna be really mad. What? Say what? Let's see, what did she say? A fool. Again, just like 1990s insults. But again, I would definitely like that, rather than, like 2015 insults, like, oh, that bitch, that freaking skanky, she coming at my party, she freaking blocked me on Snapchat, that bitch, fuck you, like, that'd be worse. I'd very much rather have her get called, like, fool or whatever. Well, it wasn't really her carelessness, it was just, things kind of getting out of hand, and this other villain just kind of fooling her into thinking that one thing was something, but then it was another thing. She basically got, she got double-crossed. No, not really. It really wasn't a matter of her owning up to her own mistakes. It was basically just, yeah, some other guy controlling her. Some other villain. Weak and cowardly. Well, now at this point, you're just saying things. You're basically like in the YouTube comments where, you know, somebody writes something and they just believe that that's reality, you know? They talk about a game and it's like, nah, it's stupid and dumb, even though it got like a 98 on like most websites. People just say things and that's their reality. And of course, she's not gonna win. Very confident here. Okay. Here we go. Sure, let's dance for the honor of evil and whatnot. Everybody has like their own little phrase before fighting. Okay, here we go. The Blood Rioter herself. The woman that has like, oh, some weird, strange, like, black demon power. You know, as much as we've seen of the backstory for Miyabi, I still don't know what that is, you know? Like, I don't know what, the Demon Blade, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know where that black stuff coming out of her hand comes from. We don't even know what that is. I'm assuming it's like some sort of innate power like Kagen that Hibari has, like the Root of Calamity that, freaking Murasaki has. It must be some sort of power that's unique to her, but still, it's not explained. Don't know what it is. I just kind of assumed that it'd be something like Blood Riot, you know, like, oh, you know, like, she used Blood Riot and now she's, like, permanently marked by it or something. No idea. Oh, also, she summons wings. Apparently she's like a Devil May Cry character. Yeah, I mean, it all fits, right? Demon blades, angel wings, and of course only having one angel wing. The white hair, the yellow eyes, never smiling. You know, she's perfect for Devil May Cry. There we go. That should do it. Come on, Asuka. Come here and fight me. Like a woman. Okay. Yep. Oh, okay, what happened? Oh, of course. I was waiting for someone like you. Come on. I have my fist clenched up. Ah, come on. Did that seriously not... That didn't counter hit? I really wanted that to counter. In Estival versus, it's pretty much required for you to counter hit these guys. They're super annoying. They're impossible to beat if you don't do that. Charm from one building. She has a really weak jump. Wow. What about her dash? Her dash is average, even though there's a little bit of a recovery animation that slows her down. She's a little floaty in the air. And, yeah, she has a very weak initial jump, but then, yeah, her jump is not that good. She seems to be like the kind of character that has her feet very well planted into the ground. I think jumping is not that big of an option here with her. Even when I do the aerial rave, when I do an aerial rave, we're not that high off of the ground, you know? It's like a slight jump upwards. And you just stay up so that you can just hit. And do the aerial rave. Oh, there we go. At least I guarded. There was no counter there to be had, but at the very least, I didn't get hurt as badly. And yeah, these freaking guys are gonna be the death of me. I hate these. I hate them. Get out of here. Yeah. Awesome. My angel wings shall defeat thee. Let me take a wild guess. It's black and white. You know, it's not just black. So you're gonna have like a black wing and a white wing if she does have another one. It wouldn't surprise me if she had like, you know, just the one. But, you know, you can be surprised. In anime and in Japanese stuff, people like to circumvent that kind of stuff in such a weird way. Okay, here we go. The leader of Hanzo, Asuka. Granddaughter of Hanzo. Burning Soul of Calamity and whatnot. Dancing for the honor of evil. For the sake of justice, I will not abide you. Dancing to the giving in to the will of our dance. There's so many like different phrases that I'm confused. Which one belongs to who? And then the one that you see before every battle is like completely different from the ones that the characters say. So like, you know, well, which one are we sticking to? Oh no. Blah. Okay, clothes are getting ripped right now. Yeah! Take that. Oh, come on. That aerial rave didn't rip out a few clothes. Come on. One well placed. There we go. There we go. I don't know why. Sometimes an aerial rave doesn't take away clothes. Sometimes it does. No idea. Not that it matters, but still. Actually, I think here it does matter, because the less clothing you have, the less defense you actually end up having. For example, if you go into frantic mode, you have no clothing there, and you sacrifice basically all of your defense in favor of a ton of attack. You know, you're basically just taking your defense and putting it into attack. And the Shinobi transformation is like a good balance, but again, if you lose all your clothing, you are slightly weaker, but you are a little speedier as well, you know? That's good. I like it. I like it when that is integrated in such a way that it makes it, I don't know, like, make sense. Come on. Come on, come on. An entire chapter, a whole 5 battles without any of my team members having to transform even one time. That makes me a badass. Okay, come on, come on. Any old player would just compulsively, like, transform right away, or as soon as the opponent transforms as well. But nope, I did it. There we go. That's me. And so this would actually make sense within the story, you know, it'd be like, oh my god, they're so strong, they didn't even need to transform. Oh man, that is really bad. Oh, I'm gonna punch that Cloud over there. Like, damn you, Cloud, if only I could reach out and crush you. Alright, yeah, Miyabi seems very confident. How disappointing. Well, you didn't even know the Heavy Joe was a thing at all. It got destroyed, and I mean, who the hell expected that it would ever come back? Well, you're fairly full of yourself. The one without me is a weaker one. Yeah. Well, I guess she has a reason to be super motivated how she is. So, sure, you're trying to make all of the heroes feel bad by being like, you know, they were already, you know, they were already weak, they were already crappy, this is the real deal. Again, just putting up excuses constantly. Alright, let me take a wild freaking guess. Miyabi's gonna do quote-unquote the final blow, and then Homura's gonna come here and save her. Oh, so you're not gonna destroy Hanzo. Are you just gone? Yeah, you just freaking bailed! Alright, well, we beat up all the girls. We win, I guess. Was this supposed to be like, oh man, are they seriously gonna put up that excuse of like, oh, you know, beating up Hanzo was just a test, you know, we're just, you know, we're just testing our skills for the real thing, and like, that always seems to be the case, right? Everything that we do always seems to be like practice for something else. But that something else never seems to come. Come on, level 10. Level 10! Oh, just barely. Your experience will never betray you. Alright. Flash balance 1, new technique. Getting longer combos. Well, there we go. That's it. That's the end of chapter 2. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Let's see. So hopefully, in the next chapter, we actually go ahead and defeat the Crimson Squad, because it seems like we're very hell-bent on beating them up, and that's like the last thing that we're doing. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure that in the next chapter, we're also going to get some more character development. Maybe not Miyabi, but perhaps somebody else. We already got Murasaki's backstory. We already have Miyabi's backstory. We still have the backstory of 3 more characters, and we could probably be like a 2-for-1, because Ryobi and Rion are fairly close. So chances are that their story, like the both of them are, you know, highly, they're gonna get entangled into like one little story. So yeah, I'm excited over that. I want to see their backstories. I want to see, you know, what's their deal with those 2 specifically. And so I was surprised with how Murasaki went. With Miyabi's one, it was kind of predictable. I mean, yeah, you know, people around her died. It was all very evil and, you know, violent and stuff. So revenge and all that kind of stuff. It was still, you know, it's good character development, but, you know, wasn't entirely unexpected. Murasaki's one, that one was pretty cool. I like Murasaki's backstory. But, yeah, I don't know. My mind just went completely blank. Anyway, yeah. Doing my typical outro. If you guys enjoyed the video, like it. If you want more videos and want to be notified whenever they come out, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time with some more naked ladies and actual good character development and making you think about stuff and morality and whatnot with some more Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus. See you later.